heroes.
I do feel like they're putting themselves on a little bit of a clock here. I guess it depends on what position the Undying is kind of being played in. I get the feeling that it's probably just the 4 here, and we might still be looking for Aggressive's hero, but I'm not 100% sure. What do you think, Waga?
A slight timing, I would say, but I think they were fine depending on their last pick. If they got the last pick Leshrac, which was denied by VG Gaming Potential, I think they would be on a bit more of a timing, but a strong one at that, because Leshrac is just the hero that snowballs so hard, and along with a Tombstone and Leshrac pushing in, you could maybe break towers really easily. So we'll see what VG Gaming decide to go for here, but I think right now as it looks, between these 4 heroes each, of course VG Gaming have a little bit better late game and runs.
Yeah, the one concern that I do have a little bit for CDEC as well, and especially with the Leshrac being removed, is that their tower damage is a little bit lacking. So unless they're winning team fights, yeah, they have the sustain definitely with the Witch Doctor and the Soul Rip, which I think is probably a little bit. You know, everyone talks about the Tombstone and the Decay for the Undying, but Soul Rip is pretty crazy ability as well. But they do have to win the team fights somewhat one-sidedly to actually be able to push into towers and take tier 2s. I think tier 1s probably shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, they can pick up a mech on their Viper and get going that way. Yeah. We do see a little bit more mech bristle in China, so
I think
VGP might have one of them.
They could be pretty punished, though, in terms of tier 1s and the trades. I think that VG Gaming Potential, despite their supports not really doing much, they have Dragon Knight and Bristleback, now a Broodmother. So speaking of punished, if you go for a tower push and you trade, VG Gaming is going to push really hard here. So CDEC, they need to force the fights and get them. The Spirit Breaker is good to have against the Broodmother to begin with here, though. So they have a little bit of a counter, but Undying doesn't really do that much against the Brood. Tombstone is nice against the Spiderlings. It kind of clears them off, but that's about it. It also gives good Soul Rips. But against Broodmother, if you don't have enough good stuns early on, she can take over a game. And Witch Doctor stun is not great. Spirit Breaker stun is also not great early on. So whatever their last pick is now has to be something that deals fairly well with the Broodmother. They could go a Legion, honestly.
Yeah, it's not very popular, but it is good against Bristleback and the Broodmother. But
they go for fake Legion.
So is Axe. Yeah. So there you go. So they're gonna get the call for repositioning Bristleback and being able to punch him in the face. Yeah. They get a little bit of an answer to the Broodmother as well. I feel like VG Gaming Potential's lanes are pretty easy to read at this stage. Yeah, but what do you feel for CDEC? Are they still going to try and run something aggressive, take some advantage of the Undying that way, or maybe just going to see like Undying Axe duel? What's going on?
I think we're going to dual lanes from CDEC. They need to focus pretty heavily on movement. They can't really play this statically and just try to like, okay, we're going to sit in our safe lane, you can take your safe lane, and then we trade off. I think that's going to be their downfall if they go for that. So any aggressive lane with Undying is going to be fine. If they want to have, yeah, they need to have Undying against the Bristleback, pretty much, so they can pair up the Axe against the Brood. And now it kind of comes down to both teams know what the other one wants to, and they can mind game each other like back and forth. But they're probably going to scout. Yeah, they're probably going to scout early.
Right. So here we are, guys, getting ourselves underway with this first game of the 2-game series between VG Gaming Potential and CDEC. Yeah, got LPQ Stats in here as well with us. So let's get our way with introductions. No much further ado, we've got over on VGP, we've got James on Rubik, we've got XLL on the Bristleback. Dogfights is going to be on Skywrath Mage, we've got Lin on the Dragon Knight, and finally Yang is going to be over on the Broodmother.
Yeah, that's cool. And of course we see quite a few of CDEC walking down here to bottom lane. We have Shiki playing the Viper, Garter playing the Undying, XZ playing Spirit Breaker, and Q is playing the Witch Doctor. Meanwhile in their own jungle we have Aggressive. He doesn't care, he's alone, he'll be fine. So it seems that CDEC kind of read them well here, since they bring down everyone. They got an early ward here as well, so might look for a kill.
Yeah, have a little bit of scouting
really good vision though. This movement by VGP, they see every possible move that CDEC could go in with here, so I think they're fine.
Yeah, and the initiation for CDEC is not that impressive for this level 1. Kind of have to get a cask or a charge going in, and looks like not much going to be happening. Top lane, battle for the Banturian, a couple of hits being traded back and forth. No contest for bot whatsoever. Looks like CDEC with 4 heroes down there are going to get it, and well, with Dragon Knight rotating over as well. Looks like both mid players are going to end up grabbing their bounty runes.
Yeah, that's why the Axe had to man down there against the Brood. Else he would be fine just standing there, but as the Dragon Knight rotates in, you don't really want to risk it. Don't want to give away accidental first blood in a game like this. No point.
Yeah, and Axe doesn't have a ton of regen either, just the single pack of tangos at the moment.
But he has really good base regen. Like, he's seeing a 3.8 base regen, the best in the entire game if you don't count something like having the Dragon Blood, like cheating by having skills. So him and I guess Nyx are the two highest. Really good regen heroes. So bottom is going to be a fairly aggressive lane here by CDEC. They are doing, you know, what we expected, just a dual lane with the Undying. And that frees up more movement for Witch Doctor, but I'm not sure how much he can do, though. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, at the moment, Q's looping around on mid lane. Lin is a long way up at the moment, realizing what's going on, trying to run back, but Q pops out and might just be
take it back.
Yeah,
He can do stuff. He's good.
Here we go.
He got it.
Nice first blood.
Wow, that was playing really far out by the DK. He needs to pull the creep wave against the Viper or he's going to get punished like that. If you want to CS against the Viper, you really need to pull the creep waves to your side of the river.
Yeah, do some aggro tricks. I guess the other really dangerous thing for the Dragon Knight here is the vision situation. The Radiant have chosen to use one ward down bot, which I think is fair enough. They thought it was going to be an aggressive tri-lane, or at the very least an aggressive dual lane. And they've actually used the other one all the way over at the top side of the map. So they've got no rune vision at the moment, and mid lane is really naked at the moment. So it's a bit tough for Lin in general, I think.
No rune vision, but however, they do see top and bottom. And when you know that the enemy Witch Doctor is not bottom and he's not top, well, then he has to be going for you. So CS-wise, CDEC are going to be in a good lead here since DK died once. Bottom lane, they are farming a little bit on the Spirit Breaker. Seems they want to get the farm onto him and not caring as much for the Undying. But he's still chipping in, kind of splitting.
Yeah, XZ is typically their 3-position player, so I think it makes sense that he's getting a little bit of extra farm here. James looking for the cliff. Can he get Q over? Nice. Does manage to put him up there. Yeah. And he's going to be stuck there for a little while. They've got vision as well from this ward, so...
He should just buy a TP straight away. He's holding on because he might feel that he needs to upgrade the courier. But yeah, he should just buy a TP. You don't need an upgrade on the courier to deliver a TP to that spot, so you're fine. Or no matter what spot you're on, you can always deliver it, as long as it's your TP. I've seen so many players get stuck, and then they're like, support, buy me a TP scroll. And then the walking courier can't give it to you, because you need to actually have your own TP.
Yeah, and you see people trying to drag TPs into people's inventories up the cliffs as well. Yeah,
all kinds of shenanigans.
That also doesn't work.
Never works. It could maybe end up with the TP being somewhere where you can't reach it though, which is really hilarious when it happens. Yeah. But yeah, so far top lane Axe is doing really well. He gets a good call here onto the spiders. He's just keeping any control down for Yang. 20 CS already. A lot of them are spiders, but that's still a good farm.
Yeah. The really nice thing for the CDEC tri-lane as well is that there isn't something like a Nature's Prophet or a Puck or somebody who's going to get level 6 top lane and then come down and disrupt their situation here. Broodmother is not going to rotate and gank.
Oh, they want to go here on bottom lane. They're running in on James.
James in some trouble. He's still got the lift, throws it out, sounds onto the Undying, opens up a little bit more space as well, but the Tombstone comes out. And one last auto attack is going to be that kill. Bristleback gets involved with a couple of cool sprays, but that's all he can really do, and that's CDEC claiming their second kill of the game here.
That 2 points into the Charge of Darkness. He actually charged so fast that the Rubik couldn't turn around and lift him. I mean, Rubik has an instant cast on his disable, so whenever you see that the Spirit Breaker is going on you, you should be fine. But he kind of went through the tree line and just got him. So, very good play there by the Spirit Breaker, finding an opportunity.
Yeah, meanwhile, 4-minute runes popping up. Looks like Dragon Knight's going to go for top. Regen rune.
Very nice.
Spawning down bottom. And Guard is going to be able to hold onto his magic stick charges with that as well, so he's going to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, wow. He could turn pretty scary with that, and Spirit Break has even more of them. He has 8 charges. That's just what happens when you're laying as the Skyrath and Bristleback. It's like, yep, we get the magic wand. However, the Bristleback has 7 of his own, and he even has an upgraded stick.
Yeah, that new wand is just so value you get.
Oh, it's great.
Lots of stats, it's cheaper.
A lot of people go for it on the mid lane in spammy lanes against something like a Storm, where you know he's going to use a lot of spells. Because it's just a cost-effective item. It's really strong. top lane. I like how Yang is just farming with his broodlings.
This is just lone druid style.
Yeah, he knew that the axe had no mana to use his call. He does have a magic one though, so if he really wants to commit, this is a lot of spiders. He can go for it now. Oh, very close.
Yeah. Nice little bit of micro from Yang, just keep things under control. Yeah, Aggressive is definitely very keen to get the gold. One thing that he could be doing is using a couple little aggro tricks to pull the creeps onto him, and then maybe try and spin the spiders even while they're invis.
They're so fast though.
But yeah, they just move away so quickly. And
that's what it comes down to. They just run away immediately. And Broodmother, this lane is not a good matchup for her, but she's probably going to focus more on taking over the jungle soon. So a little bit interesting that he did skill his ulti on this lane. I would just max out the web and take over the enemy jungle, because fighting against the axe is just not favorable for her.
Oh, got another go bottom lane, another charge coming in. Bash as well onto James. He's not going to be able to do anything. And the Tombstone zones off the rest of VGP. Poor Rubik tanks another death. And CDEC going to take their third kill.
Wow. That's harsh. You can't really be giving away too much on a lane like that. If you have Spirit Breaker and Undying against you, that's really dangerous. And Q has been playing really well this game. I said that it might be hard for him in this game to rotate and get something out of it, but he has been in every single kill so far and just been at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, just kind of meandering his way around the map and getting things done there. We do see Yang, like you were saying, starting to make a little bit of use of the dire jungle here.
Investing.
Yeah, just being a nuisance. That's kind of Broodmother's role in life, right?
Yeah.
What kind of build are you hoping to see out of the Broodmother here? How greedy can you go? How team-oriented do you need to be if you're Yang?
How? I'm pretty happy to see a very greedy Brood. I think it's good. Like, you can get away with Midas even if you want to. He's being charged now from bottom lane. We might see an attempt here, but...
Yeah, there is a dust on XZ, so...
Yeah, he doesn't have ulti though, but it's pretty long stun duration on his Q because he maxed it 2
there's
seconds.
Enough mana for the Berserker's Call as well. They come in, they get the dust, they get the call, a couple of creeps getting involved here as well, throws at the nuke, and in comes the dunk.
The Tormentor is like, yeah, is that a kill I can help you with, sir? Of course. Down.
There's some action. Okay, yep. I've just been sitting here this whole time.
Surprised they didn't get the last hit. They're always amazing at that. So, but very curious skill build on the Spirit Breaker. This is way different from what you would typically see in European Dota. Like maxing out the Q, not skilling W at all, and secondly maxing out Greater Bash is, as opposed to the 1 level Q, 1 level W, and then maxing Bash, which is more popular in the European scene. I think this is needed though. If you want to go for Broodmother kills, you need a longer stun on your Q when you charge in, and being faster makes a difference as well.
Yeah, and their lockdown in general isn't all that amazing in terms of solid stuns. I mean, cast bounce can be a little bit unreliable, call's good, but you have to get into position, though Aggressive has a sub 8-minute blink dagger here, so positioning shouldn't be too much of a problem for him in general.
That's pretty common when you lane against a Broodmother that you will get so much. He did a good job at just finding a lot of the spiderlings, but 64 CS against a Brood at 8 minutes is not unheard of. So now we'll see if he can land a good gank. Should probably try for bottom lane and get a high value kill on the Bristleback. You could get that one. Or you can just try once more to kill the Broodmother with the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, so it looks like Bristle just going to be going for a mech build-up here. So VGP just kind of getting their early game items going to try and get things done. XZ is taking over farm on top lane, so CDEC pretty good allocation there, just making sure that they're still getting as much as they can out of the map.
Yeah, he just needed 6 mainly, and since he has it now, he's going to be fine. We'll see what Axe decides to do, because he can't really leave the Spirit Breaker for too long up here on top. The Broodmother is going to destroy him if that's going to be a fair one-on-one. We'll see.
Going back to that earlier question, so what are you thinking Broodmother build-wise here? We see a Glove of Haste so far, so it looks like it might just be Midas.
Oh yeah, he's starting off with the
after
Midas.
That is Necrobook on the table here, is a Dagon kind of build.
He just lost like 20 spiders or something.
Yeah, it was like 64
painful.
CS up to 87, so that was a lot of spiders.
Yeah, he was at 69 after clearing the small camp, but yeah, that was painful to watch. But I think he's going to go
bottom. Are they going to go for this one? It's only the Undying in the lane, but they're looking for the Scarab Mage.
Kill this.
Nether Strike coming in. Dogfight's in a lot of trouble. Bashed won't even be needed. Just a couple more slaps and down he goes. Bristleback once again just forced to run back to his tower. Can't help his teammates at all.
Spirit Breaker is amazing against Skywrath. Sky can't do anything. It doesn't even matter if you silence the Spirit Breaker, because he can just keep running after you, and he will at some point get you.
He'll get the bash. He'll
he's faster. In 12 seconds, he will have his Q once more, and yeah. You can't really run away from it, no matter how fast Skywrath is. But I think he's probably going to go very greedy, but then it comes down to, do you want to go for Necrobook? I don't think it's that great in this game. Do you want to go for Dagon, which could be okay, but again, really tanky heroes on CDEC. So maybe you will just go for something a little bit more right-clicky, like something that you can actually kill the tanky enemy heroes by staying on them. So you can go into the Yasha, like Yasha, Orchid Basher, or anything along this line. We'll see what he opts to go for there. I think Broodmother has a lot of room for optimization. Oh, good ward here, but it does not catch out the smoke movement though.
Yeah, this is big for VGP. If they can pick up a kill, might be able to translate it into a tower as well. They've got the level 6, level 7.
They're on a clock. Like, they have to go quickly at this smoke because it's going to be very obvious very soon. So let's see if Aggressive is going to smell it.
They do throw in the nuke, keeping that Blink Dagger on cooldown, but no disables coming out, and that's going to be...
The charge is happening. CDEC is like, yeah, let's go. You want to fight? We'll come. They even smoked up the Spear Prick and charged in.
Xy's eager, comes running in, but he does get Dragon Tailed, still pretty tanky. Shiki's here to help him out as well. Silence onto your Viper, another strike coming in, and the blink as well from the Axe. Aggressive drops the dunk. Now they've got the move speed, able to keep on kiting backwards. And CDEC just staying grouped up as a team right now.
Yeah, not really careful on the Witch Doctor here.
Another charge, that's only a 10-second cooldown. XC comes in once again, Aggressive joining him as well. James in some trouble, he gets called, as does XLL. The Tombstone gets dropped, and that is going to be a triple kill for Aggressive.
4 kills going the way for VGP. Aggressive got a really good double man call there, and just came out of nowhere. So, really nice. And again, Broodmother in teamfights is not that great. This had to be a smoke and pick for VGP. They didn't want to have a full 5-on-5.
What is the courier?
After you died with 4 of your players, you can't have the courier die as well. Someone has to have their eyes on the game.
So I've glanced at the graphs once thus far, but I'm a little bit afraid to look at them now. We've already got a 10k lead, net worth-wise, 12 minutes into this game in CDEC's favor, and about a 7.5k.
That's pretty disturbing
as well. That is just crazy.
Like just looking at the net worth chart, it just kind of shows you, like, yes, you have the top 3 on your team, but
this Undying has a Vanguard.
Yeah, exactly, Undying.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower.
Ну, не знаю, наверное, мог бы увидеть его подборок.
Here, he's just gonna go.
Yeah, easy nether strike. Earn,
I mean, he got him. There's no way he lives, so it's nice.
Yeah, second Earn charge comes in, and there you go.
Well, this is pretty much the biggest disaster you could imagine going into your first game and just, 11-0 already.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Really? Unless you're, someone...
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Aghanims early, that's gonna shut down the Bristleback.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They catch him out, and
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Any points in ulti? I don't think ulti early.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
But yeah, that TP back was pretty good.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom
TP
tower
out.
is under
And
attack.
caught.
Illusion!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.